Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Locura Daisy, and today I'm going to talk about Bitcraft. I happened to stumble upon this game in the Stream store, and I proceeded to try out the demo. I only played about 8 hours of it because I found this game a little bit late. Bitcraft is an upcoming survival crafting MMO RPG which takes place in a procedural generated sandbox world with a deep skill system and a focus on crafting, economics, cultivating, and city building. I got that from the website, and if you are more curious about the lore, I would recommend checking out their website. When you start the demo, you meet Wisp, who comes along with you for the tutorial. You can choose your character name, and then you can choose how to customize it to an extent. Wisp proceeds to teach you about the game, and then you learn about the mechanics of it, and it's a point and click movement, which I kept forgetting, so my character would wander and I would move the camera with the keys because I thought I was going to move my character. Anyways, you travel to the main town of Glitmore. This is the first town of the game. You learn how to build in your workbench, which is located next to the bank. They have different tiers of crafters that are located around the town. You also meet the travelers and the different things they offer. Because the building in this game is so extensive, I like how they had a cargo section where you pretty much, it breaks down everything in every element in the building process, so you can just point and click and see what you're missing, and that way you're not running in circles like I was before I figured this out. Different areas you have for the game are the bank. This is where your gear is stored, where your storage basically, because your house is non-existent. You just kind of spawn in, you know. I believe it might change when you start building your own like settlement and things like that, but for now you just store your things in the bank. And then you have the merchant section, this giant tent, and that's where you can sell all your goods. I liked it because the stuff you can't really get rid of it. You can't delete any of the items, but you can sell them, and I'm sure this function will be amazing when you start playing the game and then you start getting invested in building and crafting and all this stuff. And then you can sell your goods that you don't want, like all the sticks you have. To fast travel in this game, you can take the waystone, and each town has one, and you basically use teleporting energy, which you slowly accumulate back as you play, or even if you go online, they'll still regenerate. And you use these to travel to the different cities that are located in the map, and it's better than having to walk everywhere. Okay, you have 12 professions you can choose in this game. You have the tailor, the smithy, the scholar, the miner, the mason, leather worker, hunting, forestry, foraging, fishing, farming, carpentry. And you work as a team. You build a community so everybody can have a different job, because it is a lot of work to try to level everything out, because when I was playing the demo I was trying to do everything by myself and it was kind of consuming, but you know, that's what it is. You kind of have to grind a little for these games in life. To be honest, that's what kind of makes it fun. You don't play an MMO and just hate doing the grinding, because then don't play a game like that. Yeah, so I was playing. I got to just kind of travel, walk around, see other people's like little settlements that they had created. Because I only played 8 hours, I didn't really want to invest a lot of time in creating my own or joining someone else. I just kind of wanted to solo my own experience. So I walked around a couple ones, and they were cool, and some of them you could actually build. You could go in there, you can join them easily, and the rankings are interesting, like how it works, how you organize your town. I didn't really, go much into it because I didn't have time to really like invest in like building a thing, but I know I will, or join one probably more than create my own or rule my empire, let's say. But yeah, the community was really nice. The chat was very helpful. I stumbled upon Aldea de la Luz, which is one of the empires, and they were really nice. One of the hard things about the demo was trying to get jackal fur, and these jackals kind of tear you up basically. You have to be kind of leveled up. One of the chats said don't try to attack the jackals unless you have good gear. So I pretty much was like, okay, because I had already died a couple times from them. So that was the last thing I did, was trying to upgrade my gear, my like armor, my clothing, and my weaponry, which you know you kind of have to grind out to level up your mining, masonry, scavenging, because all of it kind of, you know, coexists together. And yeah, I finally did it. Yay. Okay, my final thoughts on Bitcraft. I think I'm gonna check out the early access when it comes out on June 20th. I enjoyed it. I feel like I have a lot more to explore to dismiss the game. Yeah, it's a little bit, the moving mechanics are a little wonky. I really enjoyed using the wagon to travel, which was funny. So I would like to upgrade that. I would like to maybe start building a little community or like my own building. I understand that it's a lot of upkeep, so if you don't continuously play the game, it won't save. So that's an extra challenge. I find it interesting that everybody's going to play in one server, so I'm wondering how that's going to work out. And oh, I want to see all the outfits, obviously, and all the little pets. I saw there's an owl, so I'm curious to see everything, to be honest. Just, you know, hunker down and play it. Okay, well, thank you for watching my video, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a good day. Bye.